Hey everyone, welcome back to another Hump Day with theREP with your local content creator, Justin French, here at Red Earth Productions. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. The green screen should not be chroma keyed right now. We're actually doing a little bit different kind of video today. I'm going to be talking to you about what we've done for our studio setup, especially with the space that we have and the budget that we've been on so far to this point. And I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the upgrades we're going to be making within the next 2 weeks. We recently made the decision we wanted to redo basically our studio setup. We're moving a bunch of stuff around because we should actually share this space with an organization that we work with. And so let's get into it. As you can see behind me, this is what you actually normally see in most of our videos on Red Earth Productions channel. Obviously you don't normally see it in this fashion. It's usually, chroma keyed. You got the nicer desk in front. But as you can see, we actually have this just basic folding table in our setup. It works really well and we have no issues with it. It's solid. And then obviously we have our main desk that goes in front of it most of the time. So we have that. Obviously we got both of our studio mics here set up. They're great little mics. They're actually fairly budget edition mics comparatively, but they have great sound, as you know. Up here, as you can see, we have our green screens. Now, we actually did a lot of work to get these up here like this. Obviously you can see they're kind of rolled up on these PVC pipes. Now, Brian's dad actually helped us with this as well, and we went through a lot of different ideas trying to get this going, because like I said, we actually share this space within our organization we work with. So we had to make it functional to work within what we needed and how we wanted to work. So what we did actually is you can see, I forget what kind of L brackets those are, but I think they're just for closet rods. So we got those, we kind of bent them a little bit out so the PVC pipe could fit around it. Then we just basically stapled and glued the green screens themselves to the PVC. And that way we could easily roll them up. And the cool thing actually about this is if you come and you see the side of them over here, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's actually a screw with just a hex head on it in the side of that, which allows us to use a drill to bring them up and down, which saves us so much time and so much pain in our forearms trying to get these things up and down, and it works super well. Obviously we have two of them. We only have one right down. Like I said, we're in the middle of trying to redo our entire studio setup, so we have just the one setup right now for whatever recording we are doing currently. All right, moving on to the next part of our studio setup. Obviously this is where I am most of the time. This is our engineering and editing part of our studio. So you got the talent over there, as Brian likes to call himself. He is the talent most of the time. And then this is where I am behind the camera. So obviously we have our PC down here. Try and keep it off the ground as much as possible, prevent dust and things like that. We got our dual monitor set up. It's pretty much essential to either have an ultra wide or dual monitor setup for editing, all of those kind of things, especially with what we do. It just allows the productivity and having ability to have our editing software, our recording software, all of those things up at the same time, being able to monitor everything at once. Obviously we have this sound panel wall back here. It's great for reverb and things like that, especially in the space that we have. We can't do a whole lot for sound. Other than that, we also have over there, I don't know if you noticed, we actually did 4 homemade panels that are up on the walls. That tan, it kind of matches the wall. Those are homemade actually sound panels. And if you guys are curious kind of about how we did that, we're thinking about making some more soon. So if you actually are curious about that, we might be able to record that. You gotta let us know down in the comments. Obviously we have now our soundboard amplifier. Those are both for wireless mics. That's actually for the organization that we work with. We work with the ministry up here. We do a lot of recording, things like that for them. So those wireless mics are for when we're recording for that. We have a basic, just 6-7% keyboard, basic mouse, things like that. Obviously, like I said, we're working to get everything upgraded and moved around, so it's a little messy right now, obviously, because we're in the middle of moving things, but you get the gist of it. Again, guys, sorry for the mess. Obviously, we're still in the middle of a remodel, so we got a lot of stuff sprawled everywhere that normally would, and we had to move a bunch of stuff off different desks, make sure things were in place where we'd actually start moving things and doing stuff like that. So obviously, it usually looks way more organized than this, and it'll look way more organized once we get this done in a couple weeks. So speaking of that, we're actually gonna be kind of keeping you up to date with the progress we're making and doing stuff like that, so you can see everything we've done with the studio, see the finished product, all of that kind of stuff. And once we get done, I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for you guys to see it. And if you're curious about anything specific within our setup, obviously we've stayed very budget friendly. We've done a lot of things like that that have helped keep us as we're growing and doing things like that. So if you have any questions about the green screen, lighting, our studio setup over here, please let us know down in the comments. We'd love to talk to you guys about it. Thanks for watching. Make sure like, subscribe, comment on the video, and stay tuned for what's coming.